But what did she even do to get kicked out of heaven? She never even told me. I mean, like, I get, like, you know, she does some bad things every now and then, and she's a little bit of a pain in the neck. Believe me, I'm starting to learn that. But
Hey!
what did she even do?
Oh, really? Mimi, would you like to explain to him what you did? I'm sure he would love to hear about the story about what you did to cause such a state of panic for us here up in heaven.
Mimi, what did you do?
Well, I guess it all started when I died.
But that's the thing. How did you die?
I'll save that story for another day. Right now, let me talk about how I got kicked out of heaven.
So many days is yet to come. Too many times has come to pass. Too many moments put aside. Getting out alive. Getting out alive. Writing letters in the sand. Lost to ocean's chance.
So first off, heaven is a really strange place. It has floating islands, there are these weird birds, and a lot of other creatures. And of course, the world has angels like me and many others. There are also Valkyries as well who help out there. Personally, my favorite person there is Pedro the llama, and
Pause. Hold up. There's a llama in heaven?
of course, where do you think animals go?
I don't know. I just assumed animal heaven.
Regardless, back to my story. I didn't really fit in there. I would play with animals like the flying pigs. They were so much fun to be with. Oh, and the birds, they're huge. I might have let a few of them free from their owners once, but that was because I wanted to get closer to them, I swear. But I've always felt like I could have more or do something more while I was there. So I went to speak with Pedro to see if I could talk with God and ask them if there's anything with my talents I could do.
Okay, pause again. Hold up. So, since when can Pedro talk? I don't remember llamas talking here on Earth. And second of all, what talents? The only talent I've noticed so far is that you just run amok and cause issues. It's not really a talent.
Who's telling the story here?
She's right, you know. You should really stop interrupting her, human.
I told you it's not my name, it's Mitch.
Anyways, he told me since I'm the only one that talked to him a lot and hung out with him, he let me through to talk to God. So when I went to talk to him, I noticed these weird tiles on a door before the room. And the buildings in heaven are made of angelic-related blocks, so it was weird because I've never seen these, and they had weird images on them. So I touched them one by one until they broke, and ended up in a really strange room. One with a lever for the lights of the world, and another in a language I didn't understand. So I assumed maybe it had to do with the lights, and it would add something cool to them, so I pulled it. And then it happened.
So wait, so the lever pulled an alarm for intruders? Who puts an alarm near lights?
That's what I said! So now I couldn't leave the room due to me trying to turn off the alarm when suddenly one of the Valkyries found me in the room with the alarm a few moments later. After everyone had panicked throughout heaven, the Valk turned off the alarm and basically dragged me to God's room. She explained to him that I was the one who pulled the alarm, and he was not happy. He told me that causing trouble was a normal thing, but that this was way beyond what he thought I was capable of. I tried to explain to him that I didn't know what it did, but he wouldn't listen to reason, and told one of the Valkyries to transport me to a train that led me to Purgatory, until even Sebastian pleaded with him to not send me there. After a discussion and some arguing, he agreed to give me this trial. If I can help people here on Earth, lost souls who couldn't make their way to heaven, then I would be welcomed back to heaven with open arms. So that's how I got stuck with Adam as well. He's in charge of people who make it to heaven or not. So they basically threw me at him, explained everything to him, and said, "She's your problem now." Left us be. So as far as I know, he will be coming to see us every now and again to check up on my progress and make sure I get to heaven safely.
What is up, guys? Ep.5 here, and thank you so much for watching the latest episode of Soulmates. I know it's been a while, and sadly it's going to be a while again, due to me going on a little mini vacation. I just wanted to give you guys a big update with this series. I know I've been doing a lot of these updates at the end of these videos, and I'm sorry, because I just want to kind of address a few things, basically. So first off, as you guys could tell, this episode was fully machinima, which I've never done before, except for the beginning, but that was from last episode. I felt like adding that part would be a good idea, to kind of flow into the next episode. So that's why in the beginning we had kind of a repeat of the last clip from last episode, before the episode ended. But the rest of the episode was machinima. It was the first time I've ever done something like that before. Do not expect it again. As you guys can see, I wanted to show you guys kind of like the progress of how this series was made for today's episode. It did take me a long while to edit this. I started this, I think, at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It is now almost 4 p.m. So it took a lot of editing, a lot of things I've never done before. Like I said, machinima was the first time I've ever done machinima in my life, for anything, really. So it was really interesting to try and get that down, and it seemed to go pretty well. I'm sure there were some things I could have done better, but for the first time doing it, I think I did a pretty good damn job. On top of that, a lot of music, audio effects, everything else. Of course, my amazing crew, aka my friends, for helping me out with this episode, including voice lines, body acting, everything else. They really helped me out with this, considering I was the cameraman the whole time. So a big shout out to them. I want to thank them so much for helping me out. And hopefully this will give you guys some kind of backstory on this. Now, I do want to apologize about the lengths of these episodes. I know they're not very long. It's just a series like this takes a lot of time. If you want to compare this to like one of my Origin series, with the Origin series, it's kind of a roleplay as you go sort of thing. But this is all planned and scripted and everything like that. So I have to do the planning ahead of time. I have to do the script ahead of time. I have to do a bunch of stuff ahead of time. And some days I kind of just roll in and I'm like, okay, I don't really have the script fully done. And while we're recording the episode, I'll kind of just go through and figure out the rest of the script. Because my life has just been so busy lately. I've been working almost every single day. As you could tell, even with live streams, I used to live stream like 3 to 4 times a week if I could. I'm only live streaming like once a week if I can. So it's been very chaotic for my life right now. And the reason why other series have been coming out more than this is because other series are easier to record for me and to get more content out for you guys. Even though you guys, I know you love this series, just as of late, it's not going to be out as frequently. Just because of how much time it takes to not only record the episodes, but to also edit the episodes. It just takes a massive amount of time, and I'm not home 24/7. I'm at work for like 8 to 9 hours a day. So I can't really do stuff like this on top of other people's schedules. It's very, very hard, if that makes sense. So I wanted to give you guys a quick little update on everything like that, like I just stated. But also on top of that, I'm going to be going away for about a couple of days. I was about to say a week, but it's a couple days. This weekend, there will be no episode of Soulmates for the rest of this week. You will see another episode next week. I just got to plan everything out and get everything set up. If anything happens between then, if you go on my community tab, you can check that. I always put little updates and things there in case I have to, whether I'm live streaming or just questions and stuff like that. The Ender King will be coming out a lot more frequently because that's a series I'm really enjoying, even though I'm being tortured currently. If you haven't seen that series, make sure to go check it out. It's a medieval modded survival I'm doing right now. It's kind of down to earth, and I'm encouraging you guys to help me out with the series. So if you want to check it out, link in the description. But other than that, there's nothing else for me to see. I just wanted to kind of show you guys the process of how some of these episodes were made. If I had another one, it would be a lot more wilder with the audio waves all over the place. But this one was just a lot of clips and stuff having to be edited and thrown together and stuff like that. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like my down below. So if you're not subscribed, channel, subscribe as well for more content along with Soulmates and everything else I do on the channel. And make sure to ring that bell if you haven't. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.